and welcome to ThinkTech. I'm your host, Attila Seress. Here on Next Big Thing, we give people a place who are doing interesting, important, and innovative things, a place to share them with the world. With us today is Kimberly Canepa. She is the president of Junior Achievement here in Hawaii. Thank you for joining us in the studio.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Well, I bet you see our nice white background. This means that we are now in heaven and we are in a very enlightened place. Tell us about your enlightened organization and what you guys are trying to achieve.
Awesome. So we're Junior Achievement of Hawaii. We are a nonprofit organization aimed to empower young people to own their economic success. We teach kids from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade about financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship.
Wow. And what do you do at this group? You head this up?
We head this up. So I have a team of volunteers as well as staff and our board of directors that we get together and we teach our students. What I do is I coordinate some of the classes, work with teachers, work with volunteers. I work with our board of directors in guiding our mission, making sure that we're reaching more students and making sure that we're reaching our mission.
Okay, cool. Now this is here in Hawaii, but it's also elsewhere, right?
Yes, we're one of 120 areas across the nation. We're also a global organization. So we're in Europe, we're in Australia, we're in Asia. We're all over the map, but in Hawaii, we're actually statewide. So we have programming on Oahu. We're starting programming in Maui and hopefully in Kauai in the next year, and we're also in Hilo.
Wow. So tell me a story. Tell me a story of one of your students. Give me a student name. We'll pick a name. Boy or girl, what do we say?
Well,
Chemo. Chemo comes to Junior Achievement.
Well, we actually don't have a facility where the students come to. What we do is we teach volunteers and we train volunteers from the business community or from the community at large to come into the classroom to deliver our materials. So we have
oh, it's kind of like DARE. Remember DARE?
Similar to DARE. We have our own we have our JA experience that we do. We train our volunteers, we teach them, we kind of like train this trainer. So we have our volunteers come into the classroom from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade to really talk about financial literacy, work readiness, entrepreneurship, all of the skills that Junior Achievement endorses and all the skills that we really need our students to learn. So I have a funny story. I love funny stories.
Let's do a funny story.
I was actually, I don't usually teach the classes. We have our volunteers. We have a pool of about 170 to 200 volunteers on Oahu that service our KKR students. And this particular class I did, and it was at my elementary school. We're teaching second grade. And people always ask, what do you teach in second grade? How do you teach a second grader about financial literacy or work readiness and entrepreneurship? Well, this particular program is called Our Community. And what we do is we talk to them about what jobs are, what community workers are, what taxes are. We have them, we pay them for the work that they do, and then they have to give the tax man money back. That's not the most popular.
No, I bet not. They probably are starting to understand why their parents are always upset.
Maybe that's it. So we teach them skills like that. We talk to them about what the difference between assembly line production versus unit production. They really love that one. We teach them how to make donuts. So it's really fun. This particular session, what we were teaching them was it was similar to a Monopoly game, and the kids would get into groups and they'd roll their dice and they'd come to certain spots on the mat, and it would say, okay, you broke your auntie's lamp. Do you want to work and do chores for 3 weeks to pay her back for the lamp, or do you want to withdraw $17 out of your bank account? So they would go down and they'll write a register of withdrawals and deposits. So that's kind of the session. We're teaching them about withdrawal and deposit. And the teacher chimed in while we were playing this game, and he said, students, we learned about this from JA a couple weeks ago. What's another word for withdrawal and deposit? And I'm thinking to myself, I said, what is another word for withdrawals and deposit? And I mean, 3 of them shot their hands up. One of them was in the back of the room, and I pointed to her. I said, okay, what's another word for this? She goes, it's an expenditure log. And I said,
there you go.
I said, I didn't even really think of an expenditure log in this, and that she was completely correct. It was an expenditure log. Second grade, they're 7 years old. So we teach our students about withdrawals, needs versus wants. We talk to them about what jobs are, what kind of jobs they want. You know, in elementary school, everybody wants to be an NFL player, NBA player, but we talk to them about the different careers that they can have out there. You know, with tech, with STEM, with just in general business as well. So that's kind of what we do.
And so after that conversation, what do most kids want to be? Do they still want to be NBA stars, or?
Well, it was really funny. We actually just wrapped up a program at Like Elementary School, and in the beginning of the class, this was actually a 15-week program that we did. We did various programs with the students, and in the beginning of the session, one of the volunteers told us that one of the kids, when we asked them, or when she asked them, what did you want to be when you grow up, he said, "Oh, I just want to be just be a cook at Zippy's, you know. That's just what I want to do." I was like, okay, well, that's cool. At least you know what you want to do. By the end of the 15-week program, or the end of the program, he said, "I want to own my own restaurant, and I want to open up restaurants all over Hawaii." So our programs really open up the eyes of the students to see that there's more out there. There's more opportunities. Our programs give students a chance to really create a dream for themselves. That's what our volunteers are trained to do. They're trained to provide their own personal and professional experience, so they can inspire these children to aspire to be, you know, the next big chef, or the next banker, or the next CEO of a tech company. So we really prize ourselves on really giving these students from kindergarten through 12th grade an opportunity to meet people in the business community, to aspire to become something bigger than themselves.
Now, can this be at any school, or is this just some schools, or where does it take place?
It could be at any schools. We fundraise. We fundraise throughout the year to provide all of our programs, all of our services free for schools, for teachers, for students. So all they would really need to do is call us up or register online, and we'll provide all of the programming for them.
Wow. How do you guys fundraise?
We have 2 events that we do throughout the year. We have our annual Hall of Fame event, in which we honor 3 laureates from the business community, and we have an evening of honoring them and an evening of celebrating JA, and so that's one of our bigger fundraisers. And the second one that we do is we have a golf tournament every year. The next one coming up will be in September.
And that's enough to keep you guys funded for the whole year?
It's a good portion of it. We do grants. We have corporate and individual donors that support junior achievement in their corporate giving or in their individual giving throughout the year. We work with a lot of the corporations in matching programs, so we really try to fundraise as much as possible throughout the year to provide all of our services free for the students.
And so I'm guessing during the summertime, do you guys do it also during the summer, or is it just during the regular school year?
Well, we do summer programming, mainly in the Boys and Girls Clubs, or maybe during summer school we'll do the programming, but the vast majority of the programming will be in between the school year.
Well, this sounds really interesting. So if my school doesn't have it, are there any schools that don't know about this, or is it?
I'm sure there are some schools that don't know about it. If they want to contact us for programming, we have kindergarten all the way through 12th grade programming, and all they would need to do is just give us a call. We can talk to the faculty, we can talk to the staff. It's very simple to sign up for a class.
And that's at, what's the website there?
www.jahawaii.org.
jahawaii.org. Oh, awesome. And now, I'm guessing this program has been going on for some time.
Yeah, we're a 57-year-old organization.
Oh, so you have now adults who have gone through the program.
Yes.
And
yes.
Did you go through the program as a kid? Just curious.
I unfortunately did not go through the program. I wish that I went through the program. To give you a little bit of history of how junior achievement came to be, in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, junior achievement was actually an after-school program for high schoolers. It was called Project Business, or the program that they delivered was called Project Business. Students from high school would come together, form companies, actually. They would elect officers, president, vice president. They would create a business plan. They would create items. they would manufacture them and sell stocks for startup capital, and that was a 15-week program in which high school students participated. And since then, we currently don't do that program in Hawaii on Oahu. We actually do it in Hilo. And so we have a whole bunch of Hilo students coming out of that program. It's called the JA Company program. And it's a very interesting concept where we teach our students about money management. We teach them about how to run a business, how to run the financials behind a business, how to sell their merchandise, how to market their merchandise. So it's very comprehensive of a business plan. Something very interesting is we're actually, from a national level, our JAUSA headquarters, they're actually revamping the program right now. And they're creating a brand new company program to be launched in July. And we're hoping to launch it on Oahu spring of 2015.
So it's prepping the entrepreneurs at the high school level so they can come out and start their own businesses.
Yes, definitely. Entrepreneurship is something that we really prize ourselves, especially from a national standpoint. You know, everybody aspires to be an entrepreneur now. And we want to be able to teach our students on Oahu, in Hilo, across the state, these essential skills of entrepreneurship. So this new company program will be very interesting for us. We don't have all of the details yet, but what I've been hearing from our national office is the way that the model currently is they'll sell stocks to gain startup capital, but this new program is going to be an opportunity for the students to get venture capitalist money, angel investor money. They'll go out for almost like a Shark Tank kind of a program. So we'll definitely keep you updated on when we have the details and how it'll play out.
Pitching, that'd be it. That's an interesting skill to have. Yeah. Now, so there's new stuff is coming down the pipe, but I'm guessing since you guys have been doing this for so long, you must have dozens and dozens of successful companies that have come out of this.
Yes, we do.
Do you mind sharing maybe some of the more well-known ones?
Yes, the number one well-known JA alumni is Jimmy Chan. He owns the Hawaii Chip Company, you know, those taro chips that you see at Walmart, Costco, Long's. He also has barbecue sauces. So he is actually a Hilo boy. Came out of the company program, and I heard a funny story that he was supposed to be a doctor, or his family wanted him to be a doctor, and when he went to join the JA Company program, he fell in love with business and fell in love with being an entrepreneur, and went out into the business community and kind of didn't become a doctor. And so I heard a rumor that his dad was very upset with Junior Achievement for some time, but he's very successful now in Honolulu.
Yeah, after he bought his parents a house, I'm sure they forgave him. And so how about across the country? Are there any other small businesses that have been formed and are prospering from this?
From the national perspective, I mean, there are thousands upon thousands of JA alumni, many of which head huge corporations across the nation. Off the top of my head, I don't really know too many of them.
Well, I'm sure there'd be excellent testimonials for you guys. That would be
there
awesome. So all we have to do is find our young kids to put them through this program. It doesn't cost anything for the parents, which is yay for me. Love that. And if the school doesn't know about it, they can go to jahawaii.org and learn more about the program and what it's going to take to make it all happen.
Yes.
That is awesome. All right. Well, I think we've covered pretty much all the topics for JA. Is there anything else you want to share before we go off the air?
No, I just wanted to say thank you to all of the supporters of Junior Achievement and our board of directors, and thank you to you for having us on.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Kim, for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to ThinkTech. I'm your host, Attila Seress, signing off. Aloha.